Oh my word. What? Is it that time already? I don't have a calendar in here. My goodness. It really is 2025, right? 2024 is over. Do you know what that means? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's that time. It's the Mystery Box Challenge time. So come on in. Let's get started. Yes, you heard me. It is 2025, which means there is 6 more Mystery Box Challenges for this year that us creators are going to take on. And let me just tell you, Courtney over at Creative on the Cheap, yeah, the brains behind this Mystery Box Challenge. She has been putting this on, I want to say, for well over 5 years. Well, this year, she decided that she needed to step up the game, make it a bit more challenging. And so, yeah, there are going to be a few new twists and turns along with each of the challenges that we participate in this year for 2025. And so, am I a bit nervous? I am. Am I excited? Kind of. But I'm up for the challenge and I'm excited for the next 6 boxes that we're going to be bringing to you this year. This year, the Mystery Box Challenges are still going to consist of the 7 to 10 items. But each month, there will be a new host that hosts that month's box. And that host, well, they're going to come up with the theme and maybe implement a few things that must be put into the box. And so this month's box, I don't remember the theme of it. Let me grab my phone. Please hold. February Mystery Box. Could the writing be any more smaller on my phone? Oh, yes. Okay, how could I forget this? So Courtney is the host for this month's box, February's box, and the theme she came up with was travel. And there's a twist. There's always a twist, isn't there? And Courtney really racked her brain for this one, I think. And the twist is to make a DIY inspired by the country that she assigned you to. And so my country is, I want to say Italy. Yes, my country is Italy. She put together a shopping list, if you will, of things that she would like for us to incorporate into the box. Guess who sent me my box this month? Oh, Whitney. Yeah, Whitney, Whiskey and Wit, Whitney. Oh, she's so witty, isn't she? She always is. That Whitney, she just is something. And this month, I sent my box to Christina Elizabeth. And so after this, you want to head on over to her channel and see what I sent to her, what challenging items I sent, and how creative she was with using them in these twists that the theme is travel. So this should be fun. So we're going to open up this box and see what that Witty Whitney, that's what I gotta call her now. Oh, Witty Whitney, I just love her to pieces. Oh, yeah, it's pretty funny, huh? Just came up with that on my own just right now. Okay, Kelly, it would be so much easier if you just got a razor. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just right off the bat. Like I opened up the box and right off the bat, let me just show you what is in here. See? Yeah, that's what I see immediately. She's not off her game, is she? Nope, she's not. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, but there is a card, so let's see how witty she was in her card. That was a pun. Dun-dun-dun. Wow, I have had a lot of coffee this morning. Kelly, so we meet again, my friend. I swear Courtney is always putting us together, but I love sending to you. I feel like this isn't the hardest box I've ever sent you, but in all caps, Courtney was ruthless with these categories. She kind of was. So if it's hard, blame her. Haha, yeah. In all seriousness, you'll do great. like you always do, enjoy. I can't wait to watch Whitney. Happy crafting. Okay, so these are numbered. I don't know if I should just go in order of them. I'm not, because then I have to unpack the whole box. So we're just gonna start off with item number 4, and that needed to be entertainment. That was a category, and so she has sent me a great big crosswords book. Yeah, that's what she sent me, volume 158. It's easy to read. We also needed to send, this is item number 1, an item of clothing. Wow, she really does like to send t-shirts. She sent me an awful neon orange t-shirt at Thanksgiving that I had to paint because it was so awful. And now she has sent me a purple one. I think I have an idea for that, actually. Oh my gosh. Seriously. We're not even to the challenging items yet. Like what? I was so nice to Christina. Item 2 is a toiletry item, and Whitney sent me 48-hour dry spray, shower fresh scent. Antiperspirant deodorant. That's what she sent me. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's fun. Seriously? Then we've got item number 5. And this item needed to be a packaging item. And so we've got like a makeup bag or some kind of a canvas bag with a zipper. So, okay. I'm not scared of this. Not scared of it. Item number 6 is Sender's Choice. It's in there, and we've got a pot. And inside the pot was something that isn't labeled, so we're gonna go ahead and, it's item number 7, which is Sender's Choice. I've seen these. Oh, I love these actually. But yeah, okay. So 2 of them. These really go good with travel theme. Really good. I can see where you were going with this, Whitney. Okay, and item number 3 needed to be electronics, and so she sent me a work light with a magnet. Okay, and item number 8, an acrylic sign, 8x10 acrylic sign here with a wood base that it slides into. Okay, that's cool. This is cool. And then couldn't make these fit in the theme, but wanted you to have them to use however you wish. So we've got something wrapped up here. Okay, so we've got some paper flowers here. I love these. I love paper flowers. Okay, and then we've got another package here with a post-it note. Saw these, thought of you. I love these for my craft room and wanted you to have these. It's 3 plaques. And the first one says, small steps every day. No truer words were spoken there. Be you, do you, for you. Wow, I love that. And I'm going to say this one goes along with giving myself grace. And it says, let whatever you do today be enough. Someone once told me to give 100% of what I'm capable of that day. And that's enough. And so, wow, Whitney, thank you. I love these. They're going to go in my craft room as inspiration, and I like to look at stuff like this when I'm feeling less than on a day, so thank you. So we've got challenge item 9 here, and this needed to represent the state we are coming from. Okay. I'm gonna say this is a cardinal, right? Is this a cardinal? I think it's a cardinal, right? Red cardinal? Okay. 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 Now we've got challenge item 10, and this was up to the sender, so it's sender's choice. So that means it was up to Whitney. She got to get creative and witty. Eye rings. There's a part of me that wants to be upset about this, but then there's another part of me that's like, okay, Kelly, snap out of it. These are rings, so there could be worse things. Okay, I already have an idea. So you know what? We're still friends, Whitney. We'll see at the end of this. Alrighty, well, that is all of the items that Whitney sent to me that I have now got to get creative with and DIY with. So, yeah, I'm gonna put these on my craft table. I've got about 14 days until upload, and I am filming this on Saturday the 16th. So I need to set these out. I need to touch them, move them around, think on it, ponder it, and more than that, I need to sleep on it, because when I sleep, I get my best ideas and my most inspiration. So I will meet you back here in a flash, ready to DIY. Alrighty, so jumping on into it, I think we'll start off with this here wood acrylic frame sign holder. It's got a film on it, so I am going to go ahead and remove this film. I'm gonna keep this simple. Enlisted the help of my Cricut in some black vinyl, and I made this. Mother's Day is not too far around the corner, and so this might make for a great Mother's Day gift. Why not plan ahead? Start thinking ahead. And so, yeah, I've been in the midst of redoing my house, and right now I am redoing my office because it's in the front of my house, and I've got a big bookshelf unit type thing that's got some alcoves in it, and I think that this will be perfect to put on one of those shelves. I think this is a good DIY to incorporate this work light into. I've got this paint left over. This was a dark brown espresso macchiato paint that I used to paint my furniture with. I've been, again, redoing my house. So I think I will give the base of this frame a coating of that so it doesn't stand out, and it kind of disguises the base and will make it look like the tiles that say our names are kind of floating tiles is kind of the look that I'm going for. And so since my entertainment center is now this espresso macchiato, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this and the light to disguise the light too, because yeah, I'm gonna use the light to enhance this acrylic frame. It's gonna look cool. Next up, the toiletry item, this dry spray, deodorant dry spray. Didn't even open this up because I had a different idea. So I'm gonna start off by giving this a good quick coating of some white spray paint. There we go, got that done. Now taking this canvas makeup bag, that's what we'll call it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the canvas off of this, utilizing just the canvas part of this. Gonna give this a bit of shape, a round shape. I need to make this circle just a bit smaller because it is gonna act as a chef's hat or a cook's hat. So I'm gonna gather it and just kind of fold it over until I get the circle to the size that I need it to be. I'm gonna line the inside of this here and plop it right there on top of this here deodorant can. And yeah, look there. I decided that because this looked a little off-white that it needed some white spray paint, so I hit it with some white spray paint. Went rummaging through my fabric to find some red fabric, found it, and so just to kind of disguise that transition between the hat and the bottle, I'm gonna cover it with some red fabric, which is then also kind of incorporating the colors of Italy into this DIY. Yeah, this is one of 2 DIYs that I will be doing using Italy as my inspiration. And so this is a DIY that I've seen done with salt and pepper shakers, and so that was where I kind of got the idea for this. Although this is far from a salt or pepper shaker, the bottle is the right shape, so I just decided to go with it. Alrighty, I feel like I'm on the right track. It's a bit of a big hat, but that's okay. I needed a red gingham fabric, didn't have one, so I went on to Google Image, found this one, printed it out in Design Space, and now I'm just gonna cut it out because I need it. Also needed a mustache, cut this out using Cricut Design Space. You know where I'm going with this. This is gonna be cute. Yeah, and I decided to put the mustache on first so I could get the placement right of the apron and the size. And so yeah, even though it's paper, doesn't matter, it's gonna look great. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach this to my bottle, and you can just see that this is just gonna be a cute Italian decor DIY for a kitchen. I'm already liking the look of this, but I feel like it's missing something, and I feel like it could scream Italy just a bit more, so I went ahead and printed out an Italian flag that I'm gonna add to this piece. Alrighty, and there we have an Italian inspired DIY. Now for this large print, great big crossword puzzle book. With black and white print, there's a few different ways I could have gone with this, and so I decided just to go the route of, let me show you. Yeah, making flowers. I'm gonna show you how I made these flowers. Taken 3 pieces of, or pages of the book, any size square you want. It's gotta be a symmetrical square. This is a 4x4 inch square. I'm gonna go ahead and take all 3 of them, fold them corner to corner 3 times. Then on that top part there, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it into the shape of an ice cream cone. Gonna snip off the bottom edge so when I open it up, I am left with 3 flowers, but we're not done yet. With each of these flowers, I'm gonna cut sections out. So for this first one, I'm cutting out 3 sections or 3 petals. Then with this flower, I'm gonna cut out 2 sections. And for this last one, just gonna cut out 1 petal. Distressing is a good way to add some personality, add some depth and some dimension. And so just taking this Dollar Tree ink pad and a stiffer paintbrush, I'm going to go ahead and distress just the tips of each of the flowers, even the sections that I cut out, because we're gonna utilize all of the pieces, even though they were cut. Really, any adhesive will work for this next step, but because I've got my hot glue out, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna place just a bit of hot glue on those edges, bring them together and close that flower up. And I'm gonna do that on all of the pieces, even the singular petal. Now for the best part, put the flower together. To do that, I am going to layer the flower petals that I just glued together, and I'm gonna start off with the larger, working my way into the smaller pieces, and you will actually see the flower come together as you layer, I guess, the petal or the sections. And yeah, these are super easy to make and such a money saver. A great way to utilize maybe some old newspapers if you have them. I don't know if people even get those anymore, do they? Or an old book. And that there is how you can make your own paper flower, and depending on how big or little you make your squares is going to give you different sized flowers. Now taking these dive rings, I'm gonna take some twine. Of course I'm gonna incorporate twine into these. And I believe I used 3 rings for this, maybe 4. Did I use 3 or 4? I think I used 3. I'm gonna wrap these rings with twine, and yeah, this is going to be a bit time consuming. So I'm going to stop recording here in a second, go take this stuff into my room because it's getting pretty late, put on a good movie, and I'm gonna wrap 3 of these pull rings. Thank you, Whitney, but it's gonna turn out amazing, and I will meet you back here when it's done. Not gonna lie, that took me a minute to do. That was a lot of wrapping. Okay, so I did 3 of them. I'm gonna glue 3 of them together just like so, and I am gonna go back in and reinforce these once they're stuck together on the front and the back with more hot glue to make it a bit more sturdy. You can see I've really just piled it on there. Now taking my crossword puzzle flowers, I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue those onto these twine rings, making a cool rustic crossword puzzle pull ring decor piece. Yeah, not too bad for using a crossword puzzle book and pull rings and some twine. It's amazing what you can do with stuff like that when you repurpose it and you kind of think outside of the box. Honestly, I feel like this is a piece I'm going to keep up because I really kind of like it, and I feel like it goes with my new decor. Moving right along, now we've got this purple top, and you know what? I figured I'd make that witty Whitney friend of mine a gift for her next family vacation. So here you go, Whitney. Since you loved this color purple so much, I figured I would gift it right back to you, making you a family vacation t-shirt. Haha! Yeah, is that cheating? I don't feel like it is. I've had my eye on these flowers at my Dollar Tree for a while, went back for them and they were gone, so I was kind of excited that Whitney sent them in this month's box. I love the style of them. They are the perfect style for the theme and the decor that is in the girls' bathroom that I am redoing as we speak. The only problem is the brown isn't dark enough, and so taking more of that dark espresso macchiato furniture paint that I have that seems to be the running theme in my house, I'm gonna go right over this lighter brown, darkening it up. That is how you make things fit your decor. If you like them, look at the difference. Love it. Oh my goodness, I love a dark rich brown. Now taking some of Dollar Tree's rope, I cut a piece the size that I needed it to be, tied a knot on the ends because that just makes it look more finished and rustic. And now that I've got it in half so I can get the spacing correctly, I'm gonna place some hot glue on each side of it and place these cool flowers right on that rope, making a wall decor piece. Item number 6, this here pot. This was Whitney's choice, Sender's choice. Using some of that red fabric that I used in my first Italian DIY, I decided I would incorporate it into this DIY, making a second Italian themed DIY. So I'm gonna wrap this pot with the red fabric. Realized midway through this DIY I could probably use 2 of these pots, so I made a trip on over to Dollar Tree to see if I could find this exact pot. I found it, picked a second one up because I felt like it would just elevate this DIY just a bit more. Once I got the pot wrapped, and it didn't go fully around, but that's okay, nobody's gonna notice. I'm gonna tie off the top here with some white twine. And just cut some slits. Is it slits? I don't know. I'm gonna cut the top of this, fraying it? No, that's not fraying it. I'm just gonna cut the top of this because it's gonna make it look good because, yeah, because I can, and that's what we do here, because why not? What else would I do with it? Now, dug into my yarn stash and cut a bunch of yarn, and I bundled it up because it would make it easier to hot glue versus hot gluing each individual strand. I did bunches of, I don't know, 10 or 20, who knows, 10, 6, 8, I don't know. I just bunched some yarn together to make it easier to hot glue to the inside of this, making a beard. So for those of you who know me, you know I look for any excuse to make a gnome because I love gnomes. And this here gnome is going to have a black beard with a red hat, going more again with that Italian theme. Well, I clearly did not cut these very even, so I'm thinking I should probably give this a trim and even it out just a bit. I felt like this needed to look more Italian, and I needed to incorporate white and green into this a bit more. I didn't want to go with a white hat and a red and green rim because then I felt like it was going to look too much like Christmas, and so I decided to go with the red hat, the black beard, and a white and green rim around the top of the hat. And so I don't know that this is the correct green, but it was what I had in my stash. And so yeah, I figured that this would be perfect, kind of going with the theme of the flag. Can't forget the nose. Now for the bird that represents Whitney's state, this cardinal, I went ahead and gave it a quick coat of some white paint. I like to add embellishments to my gnomes, because why not? It might be a bit of a stretch, but you know what? I think it's gonna work. And I wanted to add just a bit of green because it felt a little washed out. So we're gonna give this bird a green bandana around its neck, give it some highlights on its feathers with some black ink, staying with that Italian theme. And there we have it. Let's go take a look. Alrighty, well, I am gonna say that that was a challenging box. This theme was super challenging. I wanna say that I'm either doing June or August. I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to look, but that doesn't feel like it's enough time for me to actually come up with something as good as what Courtney came up with, but she is the genius of coming up with these mystery boxes, and I love them. Thank you, Whitney, for this box. It was a super fun box. I hope I get you soon, you or Courtney, and because I think you've sent me a couple boxes and I haven't sent you one back for a while, so I feel like a good box should be coming here way soon. We'll let the mystery box gods put that into play for us. Don't forget to head on over to Christina Elizabeth's channel to see what all I sent her, what she came up with. Courtney has put together a playlist which is very binge worthy. You can find the link to that in the description box below, along with the voting link and a cheat sheet getting all of you subscribers included on some of the fun categories that you get to vote on. Binge watch all of us DIYers do what we do best, and that is think out of the box and create. Pop yourself some popcorn and just watch it over the weekend. And so until next time, everybody, I'm gonna ask you to stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay positive, please, because I sure as heck am trying. Bye for now, everybody.